Hello, Watermelon. How are you? I'm doing all right. Just farming for driftwoods. Not super successfully. Hopefully it will also go smoother now that Dudox realizes that he was running Luminous.
Yeah.
And if it will stop giving me regular driftwood. We're farming for Atlantean and Mythical Driftwood we have been going through and getting all of our crafted rods. We are down to only 5 crafted that we need to get. We're working towards Wisdom, which is the Mythical, and Riptide, which requires Atlantean. Those are the 2 we're working on right this second. Wait, you got the Void, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we already have the ones for Void. So we're working on Riptide and Wisdom. And we've got the pieces for Voyager, and that will leave us with Rod of the Eternal King, which fuck that one, and Spirit Binder left. Which we'll go after Spirit Binder and finish that one before trying to go for Rod of the Eternal King. That one can eat a bag of dicks. That's gonna require 6 fucking golden sea pearls.
I've got 6 golden sea pearls. I got 2 of the sea mines.
Yeah, that's for Spirit Binder. A little bit. We had more people in earlier tonight, but it has been a bit quiet lately. A lot of people is awesome. Am I seriously catching another mythic right now? Like for real? A lot of people have been off playing Forge and other games as well. I think a lot of people have kind of
regular driftwood.
Been
Fished out?
Yeah, fished out, to say the least. You started playing it too? Yeah. Even the Fish Discord has been nothing but really talking, like the wiki has been talking a lot about Fish, or not Fish, Forge. Even their giveaways have been for Forge, and I'm like, is this still even a Fish wiki anymore? Like, I don't even know. It gets kind of confusing going in there sometimes and hearing people talk about other things, and it's like, what the fuck are y'all even talking about now? Like, at least if you're gonna talk about another game, make a tab for it, so like, it's not taking up the main Discord chats full of something else that like, other people and me, myself, come into and, like, have no idea what the fuck y'all are talking about this. Especially in a Discord that's specific for a specific game. But it's not even made by the same developers either, so like it's taking away.
Mutation surge going.
Do what, Dedox?
Sorry, Poseidon Darky is what I got.
Oh, but it's taking away people from like it's like advertising in their Discord and taking away players from Fish and everything else. So I just find it rude I find it weird that the mods aren't like moderating that and removing the posts. That's gonna help kill your game even faster. And it's already dying.
Your own player base is recruiting itself away from your game because you're allowing them to use the Discord to do that exact thing.
Right?
Yep.
Like, and some of the admins and the devs are even in there talking about it and like encouraging going to go play it. And it's like, bro. And you keep wondering why, because they even posted photos of Fish It having more members than them and complaining about it. And it's like, and you wonder why? And you're over here promoting more shit to keep your players away from your game.
So is Magnet working better for you on the mythical?
No.
I think Fish deserves more players to a degree. Where it stands right now, to be honest, and especially if as a newer player coming in, I think the changes that they're making and the consistent changes that are being made and the stability within the game is going to just make new players want to leave.
I'll swap back to garbage.
I think there needs to be. I think things need to settle down and consistency made before, like, I would personally, like, advocate for people to come in and play. Like, when I first started and the way things were kind of then, I definitely advocated for the game. I thought it was a really good game and it had a solid base to it and good bones to it and structure that could be built upon, and even with its jankiness and glitchiness and all the bugs within it, it was still a really solid game that I would not stand by saying the same thing today. While, like, I fully stood behind the idea when they announced the nerfing of the fish prices, I still solely stood behind that. And I still stand behind the idea of it. I stand behind the idea of making things balanced, but they were not done in a way that I think was an actual balance system. I think everything just went chaotic, and every 2 seconds something's being changed. It's hard to keep up with what's new, what's not, and there isn't true transparency in the update logs and the transcripts. There's things that have gotten nerfed that were never actually vocally announced by the devs, and that you have to find out days or weeks later. Like, there's still people that don't realize or didn't know that Starlight Worms got nerfed because they never actually verbally really announced it through the transcripts or the update logs. So they're also keeping shit silent when they're doing it because they didn't like the backlash that they got when they did the initial nerf to the quote unquote balanced nerf that is not actually balanced. So now they're trying to keep things hush hush when they do other things, and I don't agree with that. And so now everything that is in this game at the moment is literally a club. People are leaving. The mutation nerfs were useless to a degree, but they weren't. Because by nerfing the mutations, it nerfed the way your mutations proc. It also negates any reason and makes it a moot point to have any mutation enchants on your rods. The way the mutations also work now is that the higher the mutation, that's going to override any other mutation.
Higher
So,
the sell value.
do what?
Higher the sell value.
No.
I just got silver driftwood.
No, so like let's say Levitus is a 8% chance, and let's say the other one. What's the other one that Oni does?
Sacratus.
Sacratus. I don't know the actual percentages, so let me throw that out there now. I'm using it as an example. Let's say Levitus is 8% chance and Sacratus is only a 5% chance. Levitus will always override Sacratus. So the highest one will always override, for a second, will always override the other. So if you're putting on an enchant on your bar or on your rod that also adds a mutation, it's going to be a moot point to do that if the rod itself mutation is a higher chance than the enchant you're putting on your bar. So the nerfing the way the mutations work is not necessarily useless. It's very important at the fact that they fucked with those things. Also, nerfing and playing with the mutations, they then fucked up the code because now we're fishing up fish that we shouldn't have ever been able to fish up without using those specific rods or having a mutation surge going or having an aurora going or other things going. So we're able to fish up hexed and solar blaze and scorched and whatever the fuck else without using the that allows you to get those fish, which is also super stupid.
It's like how I got darkened during daytime.
Right, and that's the other thing. All the nerfs that they did were nerfed into the ground. I think the money needed to be nerfed. I don't think it needed to be nerfed as much as what they did, but it definitely needed to be nerfed. I think the rod nerfs needed to happen, but I don't think it needed to happen to the extent that it needed to. I think adding like Nova to Cerulean Fang, I don't think that should have happened. I think if they were going to put it on a rod, they should have brought out a new rod. Left Cerulean Fang alone, because that was a great beginner rod for people.
And now they put a level cap on it.
Yeah, now there's a level cap on it as well. I don't think they should have nerfed. If they were going to nerf money, they should have left the mutations chances and honestly the rod alone, in my personal opinion, not do all three. Because you already lowered what was the most important to them, which was making it where people couldn't make money as much. But then they also nerfed the XP, which nerfing XP to me makes no sense if you're not going to have a level cap anymore. If we're not going to have a level cap, why does it matter about how fast or slow you gain XP? And you took all of the good rewards out of all the rods that come out of leveling up is gone. There's nothing else